Okay, for those of you asking, the answers to the square root problems, that's all this video is going to be about, the 19 and 20 that we added on for level 1. Remember, a square root is simply this. We have a square, we broke it up into sections. So for example, this square has a total of 4. The square root of the total area is one side. Well, one side of my square is 2, because we know from our arrays 2 times 2 is 4. So the square root of 4 is just one side of my square, so the square root of 4 is 2. If I did, let's do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, okay, not even. So that would be, if I've got 7 lines, that means I have 8 columns. So 8 times 8 is 64. Well, the square root of 64 is one side. So the square root of 64 is 8. So if you think about 81, if I were to draw a square with all these lines, which I'm not going to, and these are not perfect, but you have to think, if I have a box or a square with 81 little squares inside, or the area is 81, what times what gives me 81? Because remember, a perfect square, all sides are the same. So we can't just do 1 times 81. That's not a square. That's a really long rectangle. So what times what gives me 81? Well, I know 9 times 9 equals 81. The square root of 81 is one side. That one side is 9. So the square root of 81 is 9. Now number 20, the problem with this is if I have a square, something times something equals 34, well, that can't make a perfect square because there are no two numbers that are the same to equal 34. So I have to find the perfect square before 34. So I have to think, 33 does not have a perfect square. 32? No. 31? No. Keep going back. The first one that I find is the square root of 25, because I know that that is a 5 by 5 square, length times width, and the square root of 25 is 5. Well, then I want to find the perfect square that's more than 34, the very next one. So I now count up. 35 is not a perfect square. 36, yes, because I know 36, if I made a perfect square, it would be 6 times 6. So I know that a perfect square of 36, the square root is one side, so the square root of 36 is 6. So my answer to this one, because really what it's going to be, the square root of 34, is in between 5 and 6 somewhere, it will be a decimal. But all I have to be able to answer for this is, my answer to the square root of 34 is between 5 and 6.